Brent here with BuffDaddy. Today we want to bring you along and show you what we do to set up a feed site, some of the signs that you can look for, and some of the foot traffic that'll be involved. Along the way, we're going to look around for some sheds, maybe some other signs, maybe some other high traffic areas, maybe some rubs, and just check it out and see what we have going on here, and get you guys on your way on setting up your own feed site. So here we are at one of our recent sites, just started this year. Some of the things that we went through and looking for a good place to feed was a prominent trail, plenty of foot traffic, and right on the edge of the woods. And we just so happened to get lucky enough to find this trail that broke the wood line just enough to set up a good camera, good feed site, plenty of lighting. And the deer just come in, they eat a little bit, and they go on their way. And they're only in the open here, probably about 100 feet, 50 on either side of me, and they just love it. One of the things that we'll show is the trail coming from that direction, where we place our camera, and how we set our feed up. So we've come to the spot where the trail comes through, and we've got our camera up here. One of the things that we look for is how close the water source and good places for rubs, scrapes, mineral sites. We know that this trail has a break off, and there's a mineral site right down over here in these woods, and we know that there's a scrape right here. So this is a major thoroughfare for all deer. They're coming in and out of these woods right through here, right in the open. Great place for a solar camera, for video, for the deer just be out in the open, and you get good visibility. We see many deer come through here just passing by. We put the feed off to the side just a little bit. That way, if they just want to keep walking, it's not a big disturbance to them. But if we put the feed out here and they want to stop, more pictures for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up these bags. We're going to spread it out on the ground, not pile it up too thick. One of the things that we look at is the safety for the deer and how corn builds bacteria when it's piled up. There's things such as aflatoxins that can be created from moisture and too much heat in the corn. If it's piled, if you got too much in a pile, it can and does have a chance to do that. However, being out in the open, spread out, it really just doesn't have the ability to turn into something harmful for the deer. So now that we got the corn spread out in a nice thin layer, what we're going to do is we got some BuffDaddy pre-mixed up. We got the sauce and the original just mixed in here with a little bit of corn. Breaks it up in the drums. And what we'll do is we'll just go through here. We'll just sprinkle it out over top of this. Now this is supplying minerals and vitamins, not just in the deer whenever they eat it, but it's actually adding it back to the soil. So the deer will keep coming in here and visiting this site for years to come. just for the sheer amount of vitamins and minerals that's in the soil, back in the vegetation that grows here. It's all around just really healthy for them. So one of the things that we come in here and do, we just spread this around with our feet. No big deal. You can do it with a stick, branch, whatever you want to do. And we just kind of mix it in a little bit. It's not a big have to, but if you're one of those people, it keeps the OCD away. Now that we got the feed site set up for dinner tonight, one of the things that we want to remind everybody of is, regardless if you're a hunter or a watcher, BuffDaddy can feed all kinds. All we recommend is making sure that you keep the deer healthy and obey your local and state laws.
A few moments later.
So in setting up this feed site, we've come to a place where we thought, so right here is one of our trails coming into the site. What we have here is a spider web of trails coming down to a water source and a mineral lake within the woods. But most of the traffic comes right through here, right between these two cedars, out into the opening. And so it is important for us to look at this and say, which way are these deer coming? Are they actually coming here? Things that so when we come over this way, we can see that we have a nice trail, well traveled, and it continues on right on through, back down over the hill. And this is a deeply wooded area. There's nothing around. Filling everything, aren't you? The miles, except for cornfields, soybeans, and forestry. You might want to cut. In today's course, we're doing a one-on-one on acting. We're terrible at it, and we need practice. I'm Brent Darlington. Weather forecast calls for, we don't know, it's February in Kentucky. Hey, Brent here with BuffDaddy. Today we want to bring you along and, son of a bitch. What the hell? I get like two things in my mind and it just like, ding. I'm thinking water source, food, dumbass. You still feel it?
Oh yeah.
You asshole.
Hey, BuffDaddy again. Don't forget to follow us on social media for up-to-date information and exclusive offers. And remember, the season starts at feedbuffdaddy.com.